Hey, greetings and salutations, and welcome to another edition of Rise, the multimedia magazine. And in our studios, I have the formidable and illustrious Ms. Denise Stokes. How are you, Denise?
I'm wonderful.
Good.
Good to be here.
Good to have you. Good to have you. You know, we're close friends living here in Atlanta, Georgia, both advocates, but you have been doing HIV advocacy for quite some time now.
Yes.
Maybe tell me a little bit how you got involved in the work and what it's been like since you've been doing it.
I got involved because somebody reached out to try to help me, to educate me. I had been diagnosed with HIV at 16. I'd had it since I was 13, and I really didn't know a lot about it. And back in the day when I got diagnosed, it was difficult to get information because nobody wanted to talk to somebody else's kid about AIDS, you know, because there was only one word for it back then, and that was AIDS.
Right.
So
you remember that?
I do.
And no, only one word and no medication.
No medication, no hope, no rights protected, very few advocates. It was basically a very blank and, you know, treacherous landscape.
Wow, and you were very young at the time as well. How did you survive that emotionally?
God's grace and hope. Hope is a wonderful medicine because what it did for me in those days, especially when there didn't seem to be a reason to hope, is it just gave me the ability not to give up, and that's all I really needed. I have lots of friends, and I'm sure you've had the same experience, lots of friends who have died over a period of years.
Yes.
And, you know, it's a fortunate thing to be one of the ones that I'm here, I'm alive, I'm vibrant. Wave after wave of new medication came along, change after change occurred. So I've been riding this wave for a very long time, but I'm always cognizant, you know, of those who have gone before me, my predecessors in this arena.
Well, you know, you mentioned a couple of things that brought up some questions, and one is what it takes to become a long-term survivor. Some of the experiences is that I know that there's a metamorphosis, an evolution, as it were, of your emotions, and how we have to actually create a positive mindset.
We do. We do. We as HIV positive people, we absolutely have to become allergic to hopelessness and self-pity, inaction,
I like
fear.
that. Yes.
We have to become allergic to these things because it's what keeps us from getting the new. The more information you have, the more you're able to make a choice that's good for you. My doctor is my life partner.
Right.
And we make decisions together, but I have to be informed. I can't just go to my doctor's office and, you know, okay, great.
Right. Well, you know, and that is the problem with stigma, because it keeps people cut off from information, from going both ways. In the early days, there was a dearth of information that was being disseminated. But even still, in order to raise our emotion and our vibration, as it were, I heard you mention earlier on when we were in the green room, the brown room, as it were, that you are an Aries 4.
Yes, I am.
So you have some understanding of vibration. And I'm playing defense is one thing, but playing offense is another. And we are very much aware of your gift as a spoken word artist. How much has your talents and your energy for doing positive things, as far as your personality is concerned, how much has that played a part in your wellness?
Oh, love is absolutely healing. Love is the absolute medicine for everything.
Thank you for saying that.
When I can allow energy to flow through me and not block people, and, you know, even those who try to stigmatize me, when I don't shut people out, when I don't shut out ideas, when I don't shut out the ability to let people know me and not be afraid of what they think, then I empower myself in so many ways. When we closet ourselves emotionally, it breeds disease. It breeds apathy. You know?
Thank you, yes.
And that doesn't go well with HIV.
Well, things must be going pretty well for you now, because you look fabulous.
Thank you.
I know that you are a spoken word artist.
Yes.
That's one of your avocations as well. Tell us about this motorcycle thing. What is this? What is this?
I'm a Harley girl.
Are you?
I'm definitely a Harley girl.
Okay.
I don't take to pink very well, so I'd like to say Harley, please. Just because it's women gear, you don't have to put the pink thread through it. I'm not a pink kind of girl. But I love, I've always loved motorcycles, and I don't think that, you know, I have a lot of respect for people who ride other things. Other people make wonderful motorcycles, but I love what I love, and I don't think it's a bike unless it's a Harley.
Whatever you are loving is obviously loving you as well. I know your story has got to be a fabulous one when told. Even in doing the research, I noticed how prolific you have been for quite some time. You have a new book coming out.
I do.
Tell us about that.
I'm From the Crack House to the White House has been.
Hold on. From what to what?
From the crack house to the White House.
Oh wow. Okay.
You know, it's been a part of my journey. I've had to. And part of my learning process and a part of my exposure has been to live in the darkest of places. And I remember I used to think that I was there shut off from light, but I didn't realize light was in me. So it didn't matter how dark the place I was in, that light of hope was always there, and it was just a matter of time, you know, before I reconnected to, you know, people that were doing different things that could give me tools for living and teach me how to love myself so that I could, you know, love others and help teach them how to love themselves. It was just a matter of time. Just
wow.
Hold on.
That's quite a journey, though, from the crack house to the White House. And I know that the part of your journey which has gotten you there, should I say, has been your HIV story.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right. This is in a couple of months, it'll be my 30th year of living with HIV.
Wow. Okay.
And living with, not dying with, not waiting to die, not wishing I were dead, just, I'm unstoppable, I'm unbreakable. I just believe that.
Yes, you are.
I just believe that. So, and I've gone through a lot of changes, you know, I've seen, you know, high viral load in excess of 750,000. I have, you know, 17 fabulous T cells doing their thing. 17 is a wonderful number. We'll talk about that. But, you know, I have had Stevens-Johnson syndrome from allergies and PCP, you know.
And we can read about all of that in the book. Can we read about, and maybe we can we take a break and come back and talk a little bit about your life and what has happened to you as far as the drug part of it is concerned and the recovery part. Because I think that's something that's important as well. We know that there's an issue with heterosexuals and HIV and not being represented.
Right.
And now that we're seeing the numbers of black women who are becoming infected, and we're still not really focused on, and I don't think that there's a comfortable environment for heterosexual black men.
No, we need to talk about that. We really need to talk
as
about
a family, as a family. So we're going to get down and do some family talk, but we're going to talk about the drugs as well, okay?
Let's do that.
So let's come back, and I want you to know that we're in the studio here at 816B, as we always are. And this is Rise, the Multimedia Magazine. I'm with my good friend, Denise Stokes.